Welcome to MonoCast episode 5, I'm pretty sure. And this week, I am joined by Emma as always.
Hi.
And we got some dope stuff to talk about, as always. I know everyone loves everything we always talk about, because I know everyone watches the entire show every time. So,
especially now
that it's on Spotify! Yay, the podcast is on Spotify and also Google Play and a few other random places, which I'll link all the places you can listen to it below. But we are still currently waiting iTunes approval. It's taken way longer than I thought it would. I thought Spotify was going to take a long ass time, but it didn't. So yeah, if you're listening to the show on Spotify right now, you're listening to the very first one to ever be originally, on there, and not from just uploaded from before. So, pretty cool stuff. Go listen to it on one of those things if that's what you prefer listening to it on, because YouTube, while I appreciate you, there's really not really that much of a point of watching the video version, because it's really just sound bars and stuff.
Yeah, every once in a while we'll put in a picture or something. But...
or like the last week I had the bubble video.
Yep.
But thanks for listening regardless of where you are listening from. And if you are on Spotify or whatever, be sure to check us out on YouTube, Monolith 64. And yes. So, let's talk about that movie we watched last night, Emma.
Yep.
Since it's Halloween, Halloween month. Halloween's really, really close, now that I think about it. But we decided to watch this movie Emma wanted to see really bad in April, which we thought was not that recent.
Mm-hmm.
Truth or Dare. And we saw it on Netflix. We're like, this is definitely the movie because it's from a year ago, 2017. Nope.
Okay, so last night we wanted to watch scary movies. We were like, let's watch scary movies, and we'll also talk about the other movie that we watched. But yeah, so we just wanted to watch scary movies. So when we saw that, I was so excited because I wanted to see it so bad. And Sean was like, no, it looks really stupid. And his dad watched it and told us how it was stupid.
And they got the worst reviews ever.
Yeah. So last night when I was like, oh, it's on Netflix, and Sean was down to watch it, I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. I'm so excited right now.
She only wanted to watch it because there's creepy smiles from the people. And we're literally halfway through this movie, and there wasn't any sign of...
those creepy smiles.
Yeah, any smile, any familiarity that we had with the movie in general just wasn't there. So we're like, are we watching this same movie? So we looked it up. No, we weren't watching the same movie. We're watching some fucking sci-fi-ass, dumb, low-budget bullshit. Even though I'll give sci-fi credit for, as bad as their movies have always been for history, they actually didn't seem to be a sci-fi movie.
It was...
Usually you could tell by the unbelievably horrid acting, which it was bad. But
I was going to say, yeah.
It's that bad.
It was not as bad as a lot of sci-fi movies. Like
Sharknado.
I mean, definitely the beginning, getting into the story. Your chair is super squeaky and annoying.
That's fine.
The beginning of it, it's when they're getting into the story and whatnot, it was so cringy, real bad. You could tell an old dude wrote the script and
talk about millennials, right? And vlogs and stuff.
Yeah, and it was real bad. But the actual scary stuff itself and the real getting into the meat of the story, it was actually pretty good.
It was okay.
It was not that bad. We weren't in pure misery. We were just mad because we're wait a minute, this is not the right movie. I mean, we were slightly in pure misery, but it definitely. I wouldn't say I would watch it again, but I don't regret watching it.
I do.
You do? The only reason why I regret it is because I really wanted to watch that original...
The actual Truth or Dare movie, not somehow... I don't know how it's even legally possible to have the same exact movie title.
And the story is the same, basically.
Yeah.
But I'm just sad because I wish we could have watched it, because now Sean will definitely not watch the one I actually wanted to watch.
No, because we basically watched it.
Right.
Because what sci-fi likes to do is they like to make movies based, they like to rip off movies that are coming out, that are hyped. Like I was telling Emma earlier that I remember vividly because I watched it, this movie called I Am Omega, right around the time that I Am Legend came out. It was like the same fucking movie, but like slightly different and the worst like CGI ever. And they also had a Thor ripoff, and they had a what was that movie? Battle of Los Angeles ripoff with like Kel Mitchell in it for some reason. They used like these guns that look like Nerf guns.
Oh my god.
I remember me and Josh watched that. But that's what they always do. That's clearly what this movie was also. Because it was literally the same fucking movie. Literally the same title.
Wow.
And I hate movies that are like... They force people to be in, like, gruesome situations just for the sake of it. Like, yeah, it's scary because it's violent and, like, bloody and
like Saw.
annoying shit. It's like, that's not... I don't enjoy that. It just annoys me. It's like,
Yeah.
remove 17... fucking limbs from your body. It's like, why? Because I told you so. Okay.
It's because you're...
Guess we gotta do it.
And it always is because they're bad people. It's like, or they did
that.
I know, and that's the thing. That's what the Saw movie was. It's like, I recall a few of them being like, this person's a drug addict, so they're a bad person. And it's like...
Yeah.
Which, in that movie, one of the girls was a drug addict, and because she didn't tell her friends that she was a drug addict, it made her a bad person for
and the ghost
lying about it, right?
The demon killed her. I was like, why don't you just tell him you're a drug addict? You wouldn't be... No, they all died anyways.
Right.
Spoilers.
Yeah.
I'm sure you're all
so
rushing
sad,
to watch
yeah.
this movie right now. Stopping listening to this to go on Netflix. I don't recommend it. Emma, I guess, recommends it. It was only an hour and a half.
Right. It took us 2 seconds to watch it, really. Besides the fact that once we got into it and we realized that we were watching the wrong movie, we were pretty fucking mad. And we were just like, wanted to shut it off. But we were already so deep into it. We're like, we might as well just watch it, the rest of it. But like I said, I wouldn't re-watch it, but I don't regret watching it. I just wish that we watched the actual one that I wanted to watch. Because the creepy faces, that's what got me. And I don't know. But I also want to say one thing really quick. For some reason, our road is super busy with cars tonight. And, like, hopefully you guys don't hear them.
They like the authenticness.
Yeah. You're going to hear this car right now because it's loud.
Yeah. Yeah, you can definitely hear that.
Yeah. Well, for some reason this entire time, the cars are going and going and going.
We're not in a fucking studio. We're just two people in a crappy apartment trying to make a living. So if you judge us, I'll kick your ass.
Support us on Patreon. All right, so the other movie, I just wanted to say that it was... I want you to just tell about it, yeah.
So this movie, you've probably heard of it. I don't say probably, but there's a chance if you like horror movies, you've heard of it. It's a Korean movie called Train to Busan.
Busan?
I don't know. There was no dub or anything, so we couldn't really understand any of the words that they says. I don't know if they even actually said. Yeah, they did, but whatever.
It's Busan.
Busan.
I think.
So yeah, it's about zombies on a train, and there's this family, the father and daughter. They like try and survive on the train with all the zombags, and there's like these couple other supporting characters that are cool, and they like fight the zombies. Not really. When I first heard about this movie, it was like on a podcast or something. I can't really remember where, but the way they made it seem like was just like a kung fu movie with zombies on a train, and there's just people like beating the shit out of zombies like the whole time, but like on a train while the train's going and stuff. That's not like what it was at all.
It also wasn't any kung fu. Why did we think it was kung fu? Because it was like just like fist fighting and stuff. There was no like.
Well, that's because of what I heard someone say. And then I told you about it, so that's probably why you thought it was kung fu and stuff. Because that's what I literally heard someone say. But
someone was stereotyping because they were...
Probably. Because they're Asian.
Yeah.
But, yeah, there was some fighting parts, but it wasn't like...
We were thinking that it was
like action-packed.
Right.
It was just like survival fighting, really.
Right. We were thinking that it was going to be... For some reason, what we heard was a bunch of kung fu, so it was going to be like a bunch of kung fu, like beating up zombies, but it was just like... A couple times someone was getting like fighting off zombies like with baseball bats and stuff, but it got tell them how like high the rating was.
It was the highest grossing movie in 2016 in Korea.
It's like what?
Or South Korea.
Yeah, I actually liked it. Like,
I liked it. It wasn't what I thought it was. It wasn't as good as I was thinking it might be.
Yeah.
But I liked it. It was sad sometimes.
Well, yeah, the thing is, I was going to say is that the initial idea of it, kung fu zombies, obviously it would have been more of like a joke thing, but it was more serious and like there's parts that almost made us cry, kind of, or me at least, and like
when certain people died, Emma was like jumping up and down, like mad, like on the couch and on the floor,
yeah,
like, spinning around.
Okay, put me on blast.
It was a good movie.
Yeah,
it wasn't scary.
It wasn't scary. No, it was just creepy.
Neither movie we watched was scary, which made me sad. I was ready to get fucking spooked.
Yeah,
like Hereditary kind of deal.
Did we talk about Hereditary?
No, but we should talk about that on the Halloween episode that's live. We talk about our favorite scary movies and stuff like that.
And when is it going to be live?
Wednesday, Halloween.
And what's that date?
The 31st. If you don't know.
For anyone that doesn't know.
So yeah, that's our update on life and such. Now to move on to... Guess That Mario Fanfiction. Let's hear from the crowd. Let's hear from all you guys listening. I want to hear you screaming in your car. Like, this is a good one. It might not be as long as the other ones because it was kind of, I don't know. I lost my way with this game, but there's some good things in here.
Oh God.
So, if you haven't listened to this game before on the podcast, we've done it 2 other times, so there's a chance you might not have. But I pick a few fan fictions from various game series, or probably whatever I feel like in the future, and quiz Emma on them, and that's pretty much the game.
All right.
It's funny.
Okay.
And we got some wacky stuff in this shit. It's usually very inappropriate. This time there's only one inappropriate story. And because when I first clicked on, when I searched Mario Fanfiction, I got to this website that did like a bunch of crossover stuff. I was like, this is amazing.
Oh God.
It's a bunch of super random fucking crossover things with Mario. It's
God.
There's one for like Sailor Moon and like
oh my God,
Ed and the Eddie. I was like, what the hell is this? And like Harry Potter. So
great.
A lot of this has to do with crossovers. So let's begin.
I'm ready.
Question 1. Here is an excerpt from an epic Mario fanfiction crossover. Blank and blank were playing Mario Kart 8 Deluxe in their room together when their sister, Blank, entered with a smirk on her face. Hey guys, guess what I found in the garage? Blank stated as she pulled out a spiny winged blue shell. Where'd you get that from? Blank stuttered as he fell on his back. Yeah, you can't just make those out of thin air, Blank added as he dropped his Joy-Con. Blank shrugged as she was still smirking. Oh, it was just lying around since you're playing Mario Kart. I figured that you two would love to care for it. She then chucked the blue shell at Blank, the two Blank screaming as the blue explosion created a blue void in their room with the... something, I did a typo. Getting sucked in as Blank held onto the door, the void disappearing as she looked around. In the Mushroom Kingdom, Dry Bowser and Toadette were hanging out together, with Dry Bowser doing some stretches and Toadette farting in her treasure tracker uniform. Suddenly, the aforementioned void reappeared. I don't know what I typed there. Bar find? I don't know. To find out Blank and Blank as the two Mario characters looked at each other oddly, with Mario himself, you know, in the background, being chased by a horde of angry enemies. What the? Where did you come from? Dry Bowser asked as he loomed over Blank and Blank, scaring the two human boys. Something to his skeletal appearance. Why do so many typos? What is the gel I used? Is it the gel I used in my hair? Dry Bowser, you're looking unintentionally scary again, Toadette exclaimed as she let out one more raunchy fart, fanning the air with her left hand as she placed her right hand on her hip, facing blank and blank. Golly, you two look familiar. Were you on a show or something? What show? That was actually the whole fanfiction. What show did Mario cross over with in this fanfic?
Cow and chicken?
No, I'm gonna give you answers.
Oh, okay.
Is it one?
I like literally could only think of a girl and a guy, cow and chicken for some reason. Because you said Ed, Ed, and Eddie, so maybe think of Cartoon Network.
No. All right. Was it 1? Was it Boy Meets World? 2? Was it SpongeBob? Or 3? Drake and Josh?
No, wait, it has to be a girl and a guy?
I'm not gonna recite anything for you.
But you said girl and a guy.
Did I though?
I thought you said that it was a cartoon.
No.
You did say it was a cartoon.
No, I didn't.
Read back.
Read back what?
I swear you said it was a cartoon. You did.
When? I was just naming off cartoons earlier because I was just thinking.
No, I thought that you said in this cartoon show something.
No.
You said that near the end.
No, it says, golly, you two look familiar. Were you on a show or something?
There's no fucking way it's Cory and Topanga. There's no fucking way that it's Cory and Topanga, Sean. There's no way that you found a fan fiction of Nintendo with fucking Boy Meets World. There's no fucking way.
I'll give you a hint because I guess you must have missed this part when I was reading it.
Okay.
But there was 3 characters.
Okay, so that's what I was confused about.
There wasn't just 2. There was 3.
Okay, that's what I was confused about. So
I guess the blanks.
So it's Drake and Josh because it's Megan and it's Drake and Josh.
It is Drake and Josh. Yeah.
There's no possible way it was Cory and Topanga or Sean Cory and Topanga.
Yeah, Drake and Josh Mario crossover. I literally saw that and like gasped because
oh my
I was
god,
like, "This is amazing."
Oh my god.
How fucking random.
Give me a cheer. Do you give me a cheer?
I'm giving you a cheer.
You better give me a cheer.
There you go. You only got one right. The more you get right, the longer it'll be. Alright. Question number 2. In this Mario fanfiction crossover, Toadette and Dry Bowser, I wrote, somehow I found the same author from the last one.
Oh god.
They actually make an appearance later on in the show as well. Warp to the world of this fat movie character. Is it 1? Shrek? Is it 2? Paul Blart Mall Cop? Or is it 3? Homer Simpson from the Simpsons movie?
Wait a minute, hold on. You didn't. What was the story?
Oh, I'm gonna tell you the story after, but you gotta guess. It says in this Mario fanfiction crossover, Toadette and Dry Bowser somehow found the same author from the last one. Warp to the world of this fat movie character. Is it Shrek? Paul Blart Mall Cop or Homer Simpson from the Simpsons movie?
I don't know if it's 1 or 2, and I don't know which one.
Okay, I'll give you a hint.
Okay.
I don't think I could give you a hint without giving it away.
Can you give me like the first like? I don't know.
Okay, I'll give you a hint. It's not 3.
Right. It's definitely...
We'll cross that one out.
Okay, it's definitely 1 or 2, and I don't know because they're both fat characters.
Okay, I'll maybe give you a hint. The character who plays them... Wait.
That just gave it away. And I was going to say, I think that it's Paul Blart because...
You think it's Paul Blart?
I do think it's Paul Blart just because the whole movie they make fun of him for being fat. And in Shrek, they don't really say that he's fat. He just kind of is.
Okay, don't listen to that.
Okay. But listen.
Don't. I was just trying to,
throw me off.
I was just trying to group a bunch of fat people into one thing.
Right. But I do think... Okay. I do think that it's Shrek just because that makes sense. It's like a cartoon character.
I'll give you a hint. Which one of these... The answer is which one of these characters farts more.
Fucking Shrek.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah, it's Shrek.
It is Shrek. The answer is Shrek. I need to get a better applause thing. It's not like it takes 14 years to actually get going. But it is Shrek. Mario X Shrek. Something you never thought would ever happen.
I should have known. At first I was thinking that it was Paul Blart just because that I would die. That's more unexpected. And he's also, like, all I do in the movie is make fun of him for being fat. It's like Shrek, he just is fat.
That was a question I had trouble coming up with. Oh, shut the fuck up. Alright. Here's an excerpt from that fanfic. Dry Bowser was observing Shrek's home in Shrek's swamp as he was dusting off his old bones of the swamp particles that were making the marshy area swampy. Wonder why we were summoned here. So this one's also by the same guy. So we got 3 stories in a row by the same dude, coincidentally. I don't know what the hell this guy's doing in his life, but... Toadette farted loudly.
Again? In this one too? Why is she farting everything?
As she laughed joyfully, fanning the air with her right hand while holding down her white diaper with her left hand as she was enjoying her sexual farting. Oh my, I might not be able to smell these, but even I can tell my farts stink.
Oh.
Petey Piranha was barfing up brown goop for Shrek to jump in, which the green ogre did as he laughed, emerging out of the goop as he gave Petey a thumbs-up sigh. Going,
That is fucked up.
And there was more to it, but it didn't really matter. So you're 2 for 2 right now. I don't
You're
make this very hard for you.
you're helping me too.
I felt bad because that one there was no like real way to tell. Like,
right.
There's nothing about it. I just gave an excerpt, but there's no other fat character that lives in a swamp, so I can't like.
I should have known that you just put that in there, but I just.
Paul, that's not. Okay, whatever. I'm not gonna say anything.
Okay.
Number 3. Look at this spit on the notepad. It's probably from me. Which TV show does Mario cross over with in this fan fiction where they get sucked into the original Mario Bros on a normal day and have to beat Bowser? Is it 1, Adventure Time, 2, Regular Show, or 3, Family Guy? I can never not laugh when I read these.
I know.
Or is it Family Guy? Adventure Time, Regular Show, or Family Guy? Do you want me to read the question again?
Yeah.
Which TV show does Mario cross over with?
I won't look at you.
In this fan fiction where they, or the characters of the show, get sucked into the original Mario Bros on a normal day and have to beat Bowser. Yep. It is Regular Show. Yeah.
Thank you. It just felt like a very regular show thing to happen.
Yeah. That's why I said normal day.
Yeah.
But, you know, Family Guy is all about normal days and, like, ridiculous things happening. But it's
you
not
laughing?
as much of an emphasis.
Yeah, you laughing right near the end of saying that made me think that it was Family Guy because you were laughing at Family Guy, but...
How many times I've laughed on the not right answer?
Yes, I need to learn that because that's, like, what the case is every time.
Okay, this one's a good one. This next one. You're 3 for 3. There's 2 more questions.
All right.
This one's a goodie. Question 4. What unbelievably random movie does Mario cross over with in this next fan fiction? Is it Paul Blart Mall Cop?
Yes.
Is it 2? Is it Hereditary? Or 3? Is it Good Burger?
Oh no. It's Paul Blart.
Tell me why you think it's Paul Blart.
Because it's not Good Burger, because that would make the most sense. And it's not Hereditary, because...
That'd be unbelievably random.
Not as much as Paul Blart. There's no way.
You know, it's like Mario going into a horror movie about cults and demons and, like, real fucked up shit happening being more believable than a Paul Blart movie?
It's Paul Blart.
Why?
It's Paul Blart.
It's Paul Blart! I hate this shit, dog. Whatever.
That's what gave you the idea for the other answer.
It did. Right when I was coming up with this one, I deleted.
Yep.
I put a Quasimodo. That's not funny. It's just like a fat guy.
He's like not even fat.
He's huge.
No, he's not. His shoulders are big, but his stomach's not big. I don't think.
I don't know. I've never seen that movie. So let's read Actually, this is the entire thing. I'm pretty sure. So, you want to learn how to be a mall cop?
Stop.
Paul Blart stated as he was in front of the entourage of Mario characters. All of them being at the front of the Coconut Mall as they were at the first pair of escalators doing the iconic belt pose as he faced them while standing tall and proud. That's the longest run-on sentence I've ever read. Because I could teach you all. You want to be like me. Most of the Mario characters looked at each other as they then broke up, with only the likes of Bowser, Toadette, Petey Piranha, and the Womp King present. Paul Blart sighed as he placed his right hand on his forehead. Oh boy, this is going to be more complicated than it looks. Is this part of the training? Toadette innocently asked, after raising her hands, holding down her pink dress with her left hand wiggling. Because I gotta go. Go? Go where? Paul remarked as he adjusted his pants. Potty. To the bathroom, the little girl's room. Toadette farted as she blushed.
I was just gonna say...
It's the same guy.
Yeah, I was gonna interrupt you and say, when you're like, Toadette, and as she farted and used her left hand to fan away.
Yeah, I don't really know what the fuck up with this dude and making the most random fan fiction I've ever comprehend, like, ever fathom in my life. And also Toadette farting. I don't know.
I guess he has a thing
Fanfic people are weird.
Yeah.
But anyways, Dry Bowser closed his eyes as he pinched the bony temple of his skull. We're going to be here for a while. I want to be a mall cop, the Womp King exclaimed as he began jumping several times, causing earthquakes as everyone ran out of the mall, screaming with several of the stores collapsing on themselves. Petey Piranha laughed as he clapped his leafy hands, enjoying the madness that was ensuing. Paul Blart decided disappointment, knowing this would really take a while. Arceus and Gruntilda Winky Bunyan, I don't know who those two people are.
Yeah, what?
We're watching from one of the white puffy clouds in the clear blue sky overlooking the big tropical mall by the beach with the Pokemon god chuckling as the wicked as he just sipped her cup of tea. Oh, there. Arceus was the god of Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
Like in Pokemon, he's like the god. He's a Pokemon. It's pretty fucking weird. What? Oh. Is there anything that comes as close to funny as a womp causing property damage? Arceus stated as he moved one of his limbs around. Gruntilda rolled her eyes as she took another sip of her tea. I can think of one. Trying to learn how to be a mall cop from Paul Blart.
Damn.
That's the fanfic.
Damn. Let's get a clap for us.
For that. Yeah. Alright. Final question. You got 4 out of 5 right.
Alright. I'm ready.
The 5th one, you got 4 out of 4 right so far.
Yeah.
Final question. In this lemon Mario fanfiction, it's all about his green, lesser brother that can never do anything right.
No.
Luigi and Daisy are getting frisky after Daisy spills some OJ on Luigi's junk, and she tried cleaning it up but only made his weenie hard in the process. Soon they end up screwing each other. What does Daisy say as they're climaxing together? Is it 1? Give me the splooge? Is it 2? Explode my cervix? Or 3? Release your hot juice inside me?
What was the first one again?
Give me the splooge. Give me the splooge, explode my cervix, or release your hot juice inside me.
Help me cut some out. So
No!
I think it's
You're
either
4 for 4. You don't get privileges.
I think it's
now.
either 1 or 3.
Why do you think it's 1 or 3?
I don't think it's 2.
Why not? Because you don't think a 12-year-old would know what a cervix is?
Yeah. Tell me if that's correct.
It's, number 2 is not right.
Okay.
I don't even know what a cervix really is. It's not the spongy shit.
I think cervix is what?
It's not the ovaries.
Yeah, these are ovaries, but I think the cervix is like what's in between the ovaries. There's a little anatomy for you guys. I think.
Yeah.
I think it's that. I think it's like deep. I think it's like deep in.
So it is a spongy shit.
I think so. Something like that. Yeah. Yes. I think you're right. Okay. Continue.
Anyways. So
So
you're deciding between give me the splooge and release your hot juice inside me.
Oh, I don't know. Give me the splooge.
Tough one, huh?
I think it's 3.
Release your hot juice inside me?
I think so.
Why?
I think that's it.
Why?
I don't know. I just feel it.
You feel the hot juice inside you?
Yeah, I think so.
Well.
Oh no, you're looking for the boo, aren't you? You're looking for the boo on the... Ooh, I think it's 3. 3. Final answer.
You think it's 3? Final answer.
Final answer.
For all the marbles, for the sweep.
For the queen sweep.
To go 5 for 5. Is it 3?
You're making me sweat.
Nope, no, the wrong one.
Wait. Did I get it right?
You got it right!
Yay! You clicked the boo on purpose.
No, I didn't. I promise. You got it right.
Yay!
I think you've never gotten a question wrong on these things.
No, I did. I think
like
the Splatoon one I got wrong, I think.
Well, this is only the 3rd game, so whatever.
Yay!
You gotta come up with one for me.
I do. I
It
do.
doesn't take long. It took me like a half hour.
Oh my god.
So.
Oh my god, I can't believe.
Let's read an excerpt from that fanfic. The two lovers finally climax as Luigi, now drained but not fully tired, collapses right before Daisy. They both stayed there for several moments, both their chests rising and falling, trying to catch some air. You mean breathing? Daisy, Luigi huffed, staring into the ceiling. Yeah, she replied. Was I... ... good? Daisy giggled at Luigi's question. Luigi, you are more than good. You are an animal.
Oh.
Luigi blushed from hearing Daisy's last comment. He now felt victorious and confident, thinking that now he's in charge tonight, but the feeling washed away as Daisy edged up closer to him and whispered something into his ear, scaring him a bit. Now it's my turn. Luigi's heart sank at Daisy's sentence. He thought that Daisy was out for the night with all that strength he gave into her.
Oh, God.
Although Daisy's soft voice did cause Luigi to, quote-unquote, rise a little.
Oh, God.
Rise. Without hesitation, she got up and positioned herself above Luigi with her lower lips touching the tip of Luigi's manhood.
Jesus.
You ready? She asked, seeing a frightened face appear from Luigi as he made a silent gulp. Daisy giggled as she finally lowered herself, united her wet flower with Luigi's hard member.
Oh, God.
He could feel her walls tightly gripping his manhood
Sean.
as she began riding him in her cowgirl position.
All right.
The moans that Daisy whimpered sounded very sexy to Luigi as he held onto Daisy's hips
All right.
while she keeps her rhythm.
Ah.
She ended up going at a slow pace, rocking back and forth, then leaned back, resting her hands on his shins, and resuming her old pace.
All right.
Daisy, I can't hold it anymore, Luigi cried, squeezing her hips. It's okay, Luigi. Go ahead. Release your hot juice inside me. At both their last sentences, Luigi and Daisy climaxed together as Daisy fell onto Luigi's chest, panting rapidly along with Luigi. They held each other in complete silence until Daisy finally said something. I love you, Luigi.
Oh, God.
So much, Daisy whispered, snuggling under her green lover. Heh, I love you too, me beautiful princess. He replied, stroking her messy hair. Let's have more sleepovers like this on other nights, please.
Oh,
sure.
God. Wow.
That's the end of the story. Sure.
Yeah, this needs to be, like, age restricted.
No. It's listed as an SFW on the iTunes thingy.
Alright.
So, that concludes Guess That Mario Fanfiction. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you want to check out the Guess That Zelda Fanfiction and Guess That Splatoon Fanfiction, check out the older episodes. The Splatoon one's actually not going to be on Spotify, but it's only on YouTube. So just search Guess That Splatoon Fanfiction Monolith 64 and it'll be there. It was fun. Now, moving on. So that brings us to the next segment of the show. It'll be very short this time because I asked people last minute, but it's time for some Discord queries. Everyone's favorite part of the show. I don't know, I just clicked. Is the right one? I need to get a new one. It takes forever. But the couple things people did say. Link's Order 90, as always, fellow Patreon supporter, says, are you a cookie person or a cream person for the Oreo? What do you think, Emma?
Cream.
Yeah, same here, I guess.
Cookie, they always are. It's so chalky. It literally tastes like chalk ground up and pressed really hard into a shape of a cookie. I don't even consider it a cookie.
I don't consider Oreos a cookie either.
Yeah.
I don't know really. It's like a sandwich.
Yeah.
Sandwich cookies.
So, sandwich cream or whatever it's called.
I don't know. When I think of Oreos, I think of Oreos as their own thing.
Yeah, I agree.
But I do like the cream the most. Although when it's dunked in the milk, all you can really taste is the chocolate. So.
Yeah, I can only really eat Oreos if it's dunked in milk when it's like squished.
Yeah. No one likes them when they're hard.
They're gross.
Yeah, fuck that.
They
Eat a real cookie.
I wonder, someone should make Oreos that are softer.
Like chewy Oreos?
Yeah, chewy Oreos.
That sounds weird.
But we do that with the milk.
Chewy cream. It's like gum.
Yeah.
He also says, do you believe root beer belongs with pizza more or with ice cream more?
What does that mean? Like to drink with pizza while you're eating it? Pizza?
You think it's better to drink with pizza than have a root beer float?
Root beer floats are really good.
I do like root beer floats, but I think the best pizza beverage is Coke.
You think so?
Like, by far.
I think root beer is the best with pizza.
I think it's good. That's why I was going to say, like, they're not too different from each other, so I do think root beer is okay with pizza.
Yep.
I do think Pepsi and Coke are the best things, though. And Lucas says, what year did Alexander the Great die? I don't fucking know, dude. Like,
you tell us.
20? Year 1 with Jack Black and Michael Cera.
Probably.
I think he was in that movie. I don't fucking know.
I think it was 1908.
1908?
Hey, Siri!
Hey, bitch.
Siri. Let's look up, when did Alexander the Great die?
I'll just type it on my computer that's right in front of me.
Whoever gets it first wins. When did Alexander the Great die? In June 323 BC. I was right. 1908.
That guy is old. Man, if he was alive today, he'd be 2,341 years old. Crazy. Anyways, that's the end of that segment. It was short. But if you want to ask us questions and stuff, join our Discord. Link will be in the description of the YouTube video and on Spotify and all that stuff. So make sure to join that and talk with everyone, and it's fun stuff. Moving on. Time for some weekly news. As I kind of unintentionally made this a segment of the show. And probably the most important one for me. Did you see Chris Evans' tweet about Avengers and how they finished filming?
Yes, I did see that. You're right. Yep.
Let's recap on that. It says, officially wrapped on Avengers 4, it was an emotional day to say the least. Playing this role over the last 8 years has been an honor to everyone in front of the camera, behind the camera, and in the audience. Thank you for the memories. Eternally grateful. So you would think that's kind of like a spoiler that he dies or retires or something, right?
Oh, yeah. I didn't even think about that.
Oh, what, really?
Yeah. I don't know. For some reason, I didn't even...
Well, apparently, that was not the case, because he says... the article headline on IGN says, Chris Evans says his Avengers 4 rap tweet wasn't a spoiler. But that doesn't necessarily mean Captain America will survive.
Okay.
And if you're a loser and you're in the dark about Avengers and stuff, first of all, loser. Second of all, Infinity War came out, obviously, in April. But, in case you may not know this, because I feel like it hasn't been marketed at all, but there is... a part 2 coming out next May, which is literally like 2 weeks from now, pretty much, in terms of like Marvel movies, especially Avengers movies.
It's coming out May 2019, correct?
Yeah.
So like the May that's coming up.
Like a year after.
Oh my
the
God.
other. Like holy fuck.
That's
so
crazy.
At first they said it was not a part. At first they said it was a part 2 like 7 years ago, but now they're saying it's not a part 2. It's its own thing. I can't fucking write, bitch.
Oh, okay.
Like, how in the world is it not a part 2?
Right. It has to be.
The first one ended on such a huge cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Maybe Thanos is just done, and they just focus on getting, like, the people back or something. Spoilers for Avengers.
If you haven't seen it, then you're crazy. You really, coming from someone who never liked any type of superhero movies, and it's now literally probably one of my favorite movies ever.
And I was like crying last time we watched it a couple weeks ago, like a lot.
A lot.
Because it's so fucking good.
It's so. I literally was doing that. Movie. I was going, it's so good, and crying.
But Chris Evans at Comic-Con said, speaking on the tweet, he says, I should clarify that. I know I did tweet something that made a lot of people think that it was in some way a spoiler, and I should clarify that. Regardless of how Avengers 4 ends, I would have tweeted the exact same thing. And he goes on to say, that last day of filming really wasn't a very emotional day, he said. It was a culmination of almost 10 years of filming and 22 movies. This unbelievable tapestry, and you feel a lot more emotions than I think even I thought I'd feel, and I felt it was appropriate to share the gratitude. I know it had a ripple effect, but I am neither confirming or denying anything. So, if he would have gotten in huge trouble if it was like a spoiler, just saying. I think the fact that he didn't get in trouble or like get the tweet taken down, I think that should confirm that it's not a spoiler.
Wait, let me think for a second.
What?
What did he say? Like, this is my last movie, something?
No,
he didn't. So he was saying like, thus far, I've done this many movies, and it's ending filming the movie. It's like been a lot of emotions. Blah,
it's
blah,
so
blah.
fucking epic and shit.
So he was just saying like, thus far he's done this many movies, and he's proud to say like we just finished filming the movie.
Yeah.
He's not saying like, I'm so lucky to have been in like this many movies and have that be my end and leaving.
Yeah, right. I'll never forget this and stuff.
Yeah, so it wasn't anything like that. So I don't think that was confirming or denying anything.
I know, but when I first read it, I thought it was like he was confirming that this is his last movie because he says thanks for the memories, and it's like kind of on the it's like borderline saying he's done. But, like, not really.
To me, it's just, like, wrapping up filming that movie.
Yeah,
it's
but still.
When I was younger...
I think he did it on purpose.
Probably. I mean, when I was younger, I used to be in plays, and doing that with people, and it's, like, going from, like, meeting each other to getting what part you're going to be and doing rehearsals, and then finally, like, the show, it's, like, you all become, like, a family in such a short amount of time, and I can't even imagine doing it like in actual movies with people for years and years and years and years and stuff, and it's like, and especially with it being such a huge success now, like more than it was like we were talking about Ghost Rider, like fucking Marvel back then was so trash. Bad, like so fucking bad. They're doing so good now, and it's like, it's I get what he was saying. Like, I get that it was just super emotional, and it's like they're doing so good right now.
I do agree with you, and his talking kind of made me feel a little better about it. I do, like, believe he's gonna die. Him and Iron Man are gonna, like, hold some bomb and be like, I love you, bro, and, like, save everyone.
I can't wait to cry. Oh, my God, I cannot wait.
This movie is gonna be unreal.
We need to request work off for, like, a week.
Yeah. We should like actually like request that day off.
Oh yeah, of course. We should.
Like right now.
Let's do it.
It's like May 11th.
Let's write it down. Request work off.
It's such a short amount of time. It's like 7 months away right now.
That's crazy.
7 months ago was March.
We just watched Infinity War.
Yeah.
Like, we literally just fucking watched it. It was 2 seconds
Usually
ago.
Takes 3 years between Avengers movies and like 2 years between each individual character's own movie.
Yeah.
So to have one such a huge movie like so soon after the oh my God, it's gonna be like the best shit ever.
I can't wait.
Alright. Moving on to the next piece of news. This is stuff I haven't read it yet, but I can just tell it's gonna be really stupid.
Oh God.
It's called on PewResearch.org. The title of the article is 5 Facts About Americans in Video Games.
Oh my god.
I feel like I did read this a while ago when I was looking for stuff to talk about.
Oh god.
But it was so dumb, but I just want to like make fun of it. So, number 1. Overall, 43% of U.S. adults say they often or sometimes play video games on a computer, TV, game console, or portable device like a cell phone. But there are substantial differences by age and gender. For example, Americans younger than 50 are twice as likely as those ages 50 and older to say they play games on one of these devices. Crazy. And men are more likely than women to play. Wow. This is particularly the case among young people. 72% of men ages 18 and 29 play video games compared with 49% of women in the same age range. Wow. You don't say. Wow, thanks for clarifying. Literally something everyone already knew. At least we have cold, hard facts.
Oh my god.
Also, cell phone games don't fucking count. If that was the case, I feel like the percentage of people would be higher.
True.
How many people play
like
like Angry Birds and dumb stuff?
Yeah, like and playing like the Bejeweled on their
all
phones
that crap.
and like Bubble
That doesn't
Burst
count.
and.
It's just a way to pad their numbers.
Do you remember Farmville?
I never played it.
I never played it either.
But I remember
Nicolette
everyone being
was
obsessed with it.
Obsessed.
My mom was obsessed with it.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Casuals. Right, Emma?
Listen to these cars. Fucking. That's their tractors revving up for fucking
dude.
Farmville.
Number 2, puzzle strategy games are the most popular genres among those who often or sometimes play video games. You know fucking why? Because all smartphone games are quote-unquote puzzle and strategy.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
Strategy as in those dumb games where you like build cities like Clash of Clans. It's called, that's not strategy. And
My
puzzle.
favorite game. Shut the fuck up.
Puzzle games.
Yeah.
Like, let's be real. 3, gaming is popular among teens, especially teenage boys. No fucking way, dude. I'm so glad I read this
To know that.
facts about Americans
Yeah.
and video games. Wow. I never would have known of fucking Fortnite.
You should
4,
have done the shocked react sound.
the gasp.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I should have. 4, teens are divided on whether they spend too much or too little time playing video games. 41% of teenage boys say they spend too much time playing video games.
Ooh.
What? Wow. But 14% say they spend too little time.
Oh.
That's me.
Yes, yeah.
Not
Me
for real, though. 'Cause I actually
I
pay
know.
for World of Warcraft and don't
Yeah.
even touch it.
Yeah.
I need to beat Octopath. I can play literally every other game in my life.
No. You're not allowed to beat it.
I want to play it so bad. Just be chopping people.
Oh. And there's you playing the drums because you were so excited.
No, I was chopping people with my swords and daggers and stuff. 5, majority of adults, especially seniors, believe video games are a contributing factor to gun violence. Aww.
Wow.
Crazy.
Damn.
Thanks for stating literally just everything that everyone already knows.
Or thinks.
Yeah, or thinks. Crazy shit, huh? I'm so glad I'm relaying this information to all you guys, for you that are uninformed. I hate shit like that. Last piece of news, I'll read this quickly. Fortnite maker Epic Games sues YouTuber over cheating in hit video game.
Oh?
They sue him over cheating. The maker of Fortnite is suing a prominent YouTuber over the cheats he has developed for the massively popular video game. Brandon Lucas, a.k.a. what's his name? Golden Mods on YouTube.
Oh, God.
So in other words, he's a douche.
Right. He's a modder.
Yeah, Golden Mods with a Z. He's a douche. He plays Fortnite. Has 1.7 million subscribers, though. This website says followers, referring to subscribers for some reason. So some old dude, probably. But, so what he does, I already know about the story because I watched a video on it. But what he does is make videos of him cheating in the multiplayer battle royale.
Mm-hmm.
And then he sells his mods online.
Nice.
To dumb little douches.
Nice.
Wearing joggers and Supreme shirts. And...
Stop.
and, So yeah, they're suing him for a lot of money, and he's like, what does he say? He says something really, really stupid.
Outside.
He says something really fucking dumb.
Oh, God.
Oh, here it is. I almost feel like I'm being discriminated against by Epic Games.
Oh
I'm just
God.
a kid who's making YouTube videos, and a lot of people are enjoying this.
No, you're ripping off the fucking game and selling it.
Yeah, he's
you're
just
making
a kid,
profit
though.
off of shit.
He's a kid because...
How old is he?
Shouldn't that matter? I don't know. He's a kid, he says. Let's look at his channel.
What if he's not? Let's go take a look at his channel. I want to know how old he actually is, because if he's in his 20s or even if he's 18 and older, you should know at that point to play music live on the podcast. No, you should know that that's not okay. Like, he better be like 13. I gotta know.
Let's watch this video. Okay, he's one of those Fortnite people that doesn't show his face and just talks over gameplay.
Okay.
So I guess he is a kid. He's probably like 17.
Click on his profile and scroll through his videos to see if you can see it, like if he shows his face in any.
I doubt it.
I don't know. I would hope.
I don't know. Whatever.
It doesn't matter. Still, you should. I feel like you should know if you have the ability to like do modding and shit and are selling it, then you should be smart enough to know that that's like not okay.
Yeah.
But.
Pretty crazy stuff. I wish I was popular enough to get sued by someone.
Stop. Oh God. I'll sue you.
Sue me. Sue me, mommy. Alright, moving on to the final segment of the show. Emma. You want the spooky noise again? I need to make a whole section of noises on this thing just for the podcast.
Yeah.
Where is it? Here it is. Spooky story time.
Spooky story time. I have two stories.
Two stories.
One of them is a Sean choice.
Wait, what?
Yep.
I don't remember this.
A most terrifying computer virus. You picked this one.
From last week.
Yep.
Okay.
Do you want to read it?
No. I already read a lot of stuff.
All right.
Jaw hurts.
Yep. All right. A most terrifying computer virus. A few years ago when Steam was real old, the retro days of Half-Life and Team Fortress, I had an account that I used to play Half-Life Deathmatch and generally play mods on. I had just about one friend on Steam at the time who I knew well. I never really interacted with people in online games. I got this ad from a guy called Toymaker26. I didn't recognize the name from any game I had played, so I declined. A week later, on the same day, at around the same time, I get a notification that Toymaker26 has added me as a friend, which was creepy to say the least. I gave him the benefit of the doubt by accepting, thinking maybe he was a real-life friend or something. As soon as I did, a chat box pops up from him saying, "Hi, are you okay?" or something to that effect. But before I could say the generic, "I'm good, you?" he sent me this link that was clearly a virus link. Being a fearless bastard, I clicked it just to see what would happen. What's the parentheses? Not really. I just clicked it because I didn't know any better. Boy, what a mistake. The webpage opened up with all these really low-quality pictures of people mutilated and the sound playing in the back, like a really distant laugh that was on a loop. I remember my heart literally drained from fear. I'm sure you know the feeling. I obviously clicked out of it, but my desktop background was a close-up of one of the fucked-up images. My disk drive kept opening and closing, and a message box popped up asking if I was okay before my computer completely shut down. It never turned on again. A forever blue screen. We had to get a new PC, I remember. Apparently every file on the computer had been corrupted, even BIOS data. Somehow? I still have no idea who Toymaker26 is to this day or why he did it, but all I know is those were some amazing hacking skills he got. I was about 13 at the time, and I was scared shitless. That experience makes me so afraid of the hacking world of the internet.
I like that one.
I like that one too, because that's like... I can't even imagine if my disk drive starts opening and closing like over and over again. I would kick my computer and throw it off my roof.
Did we watch the video, or was it just me, of this, it was like a deep web thing, and some guy went on the deep web, and then I saw like a file on his computer that was like...
Yeah, we watched that.
It said something. We watched it like a while ago.
Yeah.
But, He like clicked on the file and like he's like, I can see you or something like that. And he looks over in his hallway and he sees some dude like standing there. But then like the guy like leaves and he's like, what the fuck?
It's fucked up.
We're not doing that.
Yeah, we should look back into those stories more because we should tell some of them because they're pretty fucking creepy.
Deep web.
Deep web stories.
I love deep web.
It's pretty creepy. Pretty fucking creepy.
Maybe we'll compile a lot on the Halloween special.
Yeah. What day is it?
Halloween.
Oh, Halloween.
Halloween.
Oh, Hallows Eve. All right, I have one more story. Leather wallet. The leather wallet is a scary story about two sisters who find a man's wallet on the bus. Inside, they find an odd note written in Latin. This is based on a story from the Philippines. My sister Maria was 1 year older than me. We went to the same boarding school. Every weekend, we were allowed to go home and visit our mother. One Sunday evening, my sister and I went shopping in the city. When we were going home, we caught the bus. Maria found a leather wallet lying on the floor beneath our seat. The wallet was pretty old and it looked like it was worn out. There were $20 inside. I told her we should split the money, but my sister refused. She was always such an honest person. She said we should return the wallet to its rightful owner. When we got home, the house was empty. There was a note on the kitchen table from our mother telling us to behave ourselves while she was away. She had gone on a 2-week holiday with her new boyfriend. Maria opened the leather wallet and started going through the contents. There was a big card with no name on it, a bus ticket, and an old black and white photo of a man and a folded piece of paper. She took out the paper and looked at it. What does it say? I asked. I don't know, replied Maria. I think it's in Latin. I grabbed the note and began reading. Mortem te salum. I'm gonna try and do this, so don't.
I won't.
Mortem te salutumus et dextremi serit av versus critus verum de trui vermi est reflexum arum dry tumpum dextremi lentum av satani.
Yeah.
That was all so wrong, but no, silly, my sister laughed. You're pronouncing it all wrong. Don't you know anything? When the Romans were writing down Latin, they used a V instead of a U. Those V's are pronounced like U. Okay, if you're so smart, then read it, I replied. Maria snatched the piece of paper from my hands and read it aloud. What does it mean? I asked. I have no idea, she replied. We studied Latin in school, but I don't recognize any of the words. She tucked the paper back into the leather wallet and left it on her bedside table, telling me she would hand it to the police station next week. During the night, as I was drifting off to sleep, I heard Maria suddenly jump out of bed and run into the bathroom. She was retching and vomiting into the toilet. Shocked, I climbed out of bed and went to see if she was all right. I found her bent over the toilet bowl, supporting herself with one hand. She was crying. What happened? I asked. Maria, what's wrong with you? She didn't answer and just waved me away. The next morning, Maria had a fever. She said she felt dizzy and couldn't go to school. She wanted me to go alone and tell the teacher she was sick and would come to school tomorrow. I spent the rest of the week at boarding school, but Maria never showed up. I kept sending her text messages, asking her where she was, but she was never replying. The next weekend when I was home, I found the house in darkness. There was a horrible stench in the air. It smelled like rotting flesh. Maria, Maria, I called. Where are you? It stinks in here. When I went upstairs, my sister suddenly appeared from the bathroom. Maria, what's that stink? I asked, wrinkling up my nose. It smells like a decomposing rat. She nodded her head. It's coming from the neighbor's house, she said. Their dog died. It got hit by a car. After it got run over, it still managed to get inside its house and died in there. Why didn't they bury it? I asked. The neighbor's on holiday. It's been days and he hasn't returned yet. The gate is locked and nobody can get in. Really? The gate is locked? But how did the dog get back inside? Beats me. Well, let's keep the window shut so the stench won't get inside, I said. It's enough to make you vomit. Maria went around the house closing all the windows. A little while later, I made dinner and called my sister. She said she didn't want anything to eat because she had lost her appetite. I ate alone. That night, as I lay in bed, I could smell the neighbor's dead dog. The stench was overpowering. I got up and sprayed the room with a can of air freshener. The next day, the smell was still there. I went out for a walk just to get away from the terrible stench. Maria stayed in her room all day. She said she had to catch up on her schoolwork. On Sunday evening, I was packing my clothes and prepared to go back to boarding school. I didn't see Maria packing anything. Aren't you coming with me? I asked. No, I still haven't fully recovered, she replied. My school uniform is still dirty as well. I'll do the laundry later. I went back to school, but all week I heard nothing from my sister. I texted her until I ran out of credit, but she never answered. One morning, I woke up to find a text message on my phone. It was from my mother. When I opened it, I couldn't believe what I was reading. Come home immediately. Your sister is dead, Mom.
The fuck?
The phone fell from my trembling hands and I felt so dizzy. I had to sit down. It seemed like I was in a terrible nightmare. I kept expecting to wake up and find out she was still alive. Sadly, that was not to be. I packed a change of clothes and went home straight away. When I got to the house, I saw our gate was open, and there were several people gathered around. My mom was standing in the driveway, crying and holding a piece of paper in her hands. Mom, what happened? I asked, bursting into tears. My mother embraced me and held me tight. Maria died. She's been dead for 13 days. I found her under the bed. Her body was rotting. The smell was unbearable. Where were you? Why didn't you find her? I was shaking. A chill went down my spine. Who was it that was with me the last time I went home? Who was it that slept in the bed beside me? I looked over and saw our neighbor standing in his yard. His dog was sitting at his feet. The same dog Maria had said was dead and causing such a stink. Nobody knows what happened to my sister. It's still a huge mystery. I suspected that it had something to do with the note that she read in Latin. I tried to find a translation online. According to my research, this is what the words mean. Death, salute or give honor, life, hail the Antichrist, reflection, there will be a wake, after 13 days, and hail Satan. In other words, it's a satanic incantation. Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
Incantation, a black magic spell. According to what I've read, it is used by people who want to die. They recite the spell to make a pact with Satan to offer their souls up to the devil, and after reading the incantation, they slowly waste away and die. Within 13 days, you will see the person who spoke the words, but in truth, they only will be a reflection of their former selves, a ghost. Then after 13 days, their body will resurface. Their dead body will resurface. There's one thing that still baffles me. I read the note, too. Why didn't it affect me? Why didn't I suffer the same fate as my beloved sister? Could it have been the way that I read it? Perhaps my ignorance of the Latin language saved my life. But wait a minute. Were you reading this? Did you read the Latin words? Did you read it wrong like I did? I hope so. I hope you didn't read it correctly. Did you?
Oh, so did you read it wrong on purpose?
I read it. I tried to read it right.
Oh. Did you read that before?
Earlier.
Did you know the ending?
Yeah.
Oh. So you didn't do it on purpose just in case you felt a little superstitious and maybe you were going to get, like...
Now that you're saying that, I'm kind of regretting it.
If you said it right, that's when you would have gotten fucked up.
I did just try and say it right.
Oh, yeah. Oh, whatever. I thought you were saying you regret not saying it right.
No, I regret saying it as
Attempting
true.
to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well
then. Did you guys in the chat read it right? Even though you're listening, did you listen right?
Sean, the next podcast will be Sean telling everyone that I'm dead and rotting.
Yeah, she's like... Emma... I haven't moved Emma from this couch in, like, the last, like, week that she's been dead. She's just rotting there. But anyways, back to the show. Alright, Emma. Thank you for joining me yet again. Thank you for reading those great stories.
Thank you.
We gotta get ready for tonight's live stream. Today is Tuesday. We record the show on Mondays or Tuesdays or Wednesdays. We're running out of time. But we try to upload the show every single Wednesday, sometimes Thursdays, depending on how much time we have in our lives. But thank you guys for listening to my burp. And here comes a fart. Okay, it didn't come out. Whoa, Emma farted. Shit. Yeah, 5. Yeah.
Look at my fart.
That was good. Oh, here comes mine. It's not working.
No.
It'll come later. I'll save it for the stream.
Can we cut this whole part out?
No. So that's this week's show. Become a Patreon supporter for just $1 a month or $1 million a month, depending on how nice you are.
I tried to put the microphone up to your ass. Stop.
And help us not live in a shitty apartment. And
we want to live in the Team 10 house.
yeah, let's go join them. We'll have orgies and stuff.
No.
And if you're on YouTube, also consider becoming a sponsor, which should be a join symbol somewhere around there. I don't know. YouTube is not making this easy for anyone to do. But yeah, do that. Patreon. Subscribe on whatever you're listening to, especially on YouTube. And leave a like on YouTube and a comment and a review. And we'll see you next week. Don't forget about the live show either. Okay, bye.
Bye.